A very warm welcome to you on this most pleasantly clear evening. As you can see, we are getting through the pre-match formalities and processes, the players coming onto the field for the usual fanfare and handshakes and so on. Conditions absolutely perfect. Temperatures are kind enough. It is an absolute picture under the floodlights here, and the match that follows ought to follow suit. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I've got to go for a man who rarely makes a mistake, Thibaut Courtois. A great shot stopper, but then again, so are most other keepers. But what sets him apart, for me, is the way he commands his box. And that he does with supreme authority.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Sergio Ramos. And it's Azar. It's a good foot in there. That looks a good ball. It's a brilliant interception. Aimed long and direct.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Benzema battles to win it back. Modric. And the counter is on. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Tries to get it forward quickly. Cordoba.
Oh, we don't even need to look at the stats, do we, Peter? 0 attempts, 0 goals, and excitement, forget it.
Batistuta beats the offside trap. The shot's on! And he's done it! Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
Romario is the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for them.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Roberto Carlos does well to read it and intercepts. Going through. It's Roberto Carlos! And that has skinned the post.
That's just plain unlucky. There were many, me included, who thought that was going in.
Played out to the right. Ball's loose. Who's getting there? It's gone for a throw-in. Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
Great challenge.
No question that's a foul. It's Batistuta.
Good ball.
Now it's Ronaldo. He's got away. He's had a shot. It's a goal. Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
So that's two now without reply.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Aimed wide. He'd have done well to reach that. Hits one!
When Mario clearly became one-eyed then, he just decided to force it.
Benzema. Now it's Hazard. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
One back. He was just never going to miss.
Well, that looked a simple case of giving the keeper the eyes and just slipping the ball to the other side. That was clever.
Real Madrid get them some... It's going to be the final action of the first half. So a really good half of football, 3 goals and just one separating them.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. And it's Benzema. Batistuta. He hits it! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Casemiro. Modric. Goes looking. Carvajal. Bale looking to get on the end of this. Massive leap! He will be livid with himself. Real Madrid keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Has a pop! In it goes! Real Madrid are level.
Real Madrid are looking strong on the break. Winning the ball in midfield is one thing, but it's the clever use of counter-attacking. That's the real highlight.
This has become one superb game of football. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And it's Carvajal. This is hits one! Ronaldo, good running with the ball, can they build on it? Oh, they can break here. He's away! Defending was physical, no nonsense, and it had to be. Well played, he saw that coming. Courtois gets it upfield. Romario is fouled. Well, you might think he got off lightly, it is just a verbal warning. Now it's Ronaldo. Ronaldo has a go!
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
More than happy to take the muscular approach. Roberto Carlos keeps everyone guessing. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. Romario, he's found his man.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Gets good distance on it. Here's a change that was in the offing. Last one allowed.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Has got rid of that.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This
looking to shoot. That really should have hit the net.
Well, Peter, I would say it was worth a try.
And it's Benzema. Modric. Casemiro.
Well, they're supposed to be chasing a goal, and yet there's no urgency or sense of awareness. They've got to wake up.
Valderrama. Modric gets it back. Kroos plays a clever pass. And he's straight offside.
It doesn't take much sometimes, Peter. He has to adjust. A little mistimed run.
Back into the middle. Hazard. Decent looking ball. He's left his man. Bale. Nacho has it out wide and in space. Cafu. There's the whistle, and it is going to penalties.
Yeah, this has been a hard-fought game, Peter. There's been a healthy dose of drive and ambition, and sometimes that isn't rewarded with goals, just like this one. I've seen a lot worse, though.
And so they prepare themselves to settle it from the spot. Calmly, he puts the ball down on the spot. Ronaldo, first in line. And he puts them one up.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper, and he guessed wrong.
Hazard with eyes on the prize. Coolly done, one each.
Always a little more pressure when you're trailing, but it didn't show.
Romario is second man up. Ah, it's a tame penalty, straight at the keeper.
Well, that was right down the keeper's throat, but it was an easy save to make in the end.
Saved! Keeper's done brilliantly.
That's great concentration from the keeper and a wonderful save.
The third man in the queue. It's in, too smart for the keeper.
Good penalty, completely wrong-footed the keeper.
Benzema will take the third penalty. And the keeper's come up trumps.
He's so focused there, fantastic save.
And stepping up, the skipper. Would have taken the keeper with it. And he's put them two in front. Lest you need reminding, miss this and it is over. It's there and the fight goes on.
Yeah, it's a guessing game for the keeper and he guessed wrong.
So can he be the hero? Oh, brilliant. He had to save it and he did.
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
So it's down to him to keep it alive. And that has lifted the roof. Shootout winners. It is such a compelling way to win, compelling and cruel, but they were so composed under pressure, and that was the difference.
Well, there's really nothing quite like the